Good evening, good evening, good evening. Hope everyone is doing well this evening. We will get started in a couple of minutes. Give everyone time to join us. Hope everyone is doing well today. It's cold here. This is Teresa Renee, better known as the Travel Diva. We will be getting started in a couple of minutes to give everyone time to join us. I'm going to pop over to another screen and just let everybody know we are. Hello, hello. Good evening, good evening. Hi, you guys are popping on. Hope everyone is doing good this evening. Unfortunately, with YouTube, we can't chat. So those of you that are in my apprentice group, you'll have to pop your questions either in my inbox, text them to me, or in our Facebook group. We're going to give it another couple minutes. I see everybody popping in. Hope everyone has had a great day and staying warm for those of us that are in the cold part of the states. I had to come down to a different room because it's cold in my office. My office is over the garage right now, so we kind of shut that room off for the winter. I'm going to be relocating the office, hopefully the first of the year. But anyway, don't plan to keep you guys too long this evening. We're going to get started in about 2 more minutes. Give a few more folks a chance to hop on. I'm going to pop over to the group for a moment and let them know that we are live. I'll be right back. All righty, I am back. Oh, hello, hello, hello. We've had some more viewers join us. We're going to give it another minute and we will get started. Can one of my students either text me or send me a message and let me know if you guys can hear me okay? You can either text me or pop a message in our Facebook group or inbox me and let me know if you guys can hear me okay. I don't have my microphone muted, so you should be able to hear me. Let me make sure my volume's up. It is. I'm getting text messages. Let's see. I hear you. I see you. Wonderful. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Great. Oh, all righty. Let me get this off the screen. Oh, wrong button. There we go. All righty. Well, we'll wait 1 more minute. It'll be 5 after, and we'll go ahead and get started. Again, hope everyone is having a wonderful day. For those of you in the cold, hope you're staying warm. And those of you that are in the nice sunny Florida, I'll be there Saturday. Had to think what day it was. Yeah, I'm gonna have to start coming to Florida about every week so I can keep these old bones warm. A little chilly here. They were saying something about freezing rain here on Saturday. I was like, yes, I won't be here, but I'll have to come back. Anyway, it is officially 5 after, so we're going to go ahead and get started. Thank you all for joining me this evening. I'm on my laptop, so I'm not sure how clear this picture is coming in. Hopefully everyone can see and hear me just fine. Thank you all for joining me this evening. We're going to do a little bit different from what we normally do. I will share some things on the screen, but I've been getting some phone calls because we're all getting excited, and those that went to Club Med, you're starting to get more people inquiring about different vacations and things. And so I wanted to back the wheel up just a little bit. We are going to cover what to do when you get that initial phone call, some do's and don'ts, because everybody that calls, you don't have to help them. I know we get all excited when we get a phone call, and we want to book every person that calls, but some people are just tire kickers and they're really not interested in booking. Some of them are just trying to see if you're real, seeing if what you're doing is a legitimate business or if you're just playing around on the computer. And some people just want to waste your time. So I'm going to give you a few things to ask up front so that you will know whether to invest your time in doing the research. And I'll give you some information that will help you, to be able to decide if you're going to go forward with working on that booking. So the first thing when you get that initial phone call, and I'm sorry, I wrote some notes, I'll keep looking down. But when you get that initial phone call, you want to find out, or text message and voice, however they reach out to you, you want to find out if that person is the decision maker for the trip. If it's for an individual or family, is the person calling because they're going to book the trip, or they're getting the information to share with their husband or girlfriend or whoever the case may be. Or if it's for a group, is this the group leader? Will this person be deciding what cruise the group will take, or are they just gathering information to take back to whomever, individual or groups, however it goes? So once you get that question answered, whether it's individual or whether it's group, if that person says, yes, I'm the one that's either paying for the trip, or I'm the one that's planning our family reunion, and it's going to be, we're going to do what I say we're going to do. So if you get that answer, then the next question you want to ask individuals is, when I give you the information that you need, if it looks good, will you be ready to book within 24 hours? Because on individual bookings, once you put it in the system, you have 24 hours to put that initial deposit in. And if they say no, I'm just checking information out, you can do one of two things. You can say, okay, I will send you 2 free options, and hopefully you can make a decision from that. That narrows it down so they can't come back to you over and over. Oh, well, I don't really like that one. Oh, well, can you look up this location? Oh, well, I really don't want to go there. We really want to go here, because you're going to ask some other questions prior to working on it as well. But this lets them know, hey, I'm only going to get 2 options, so I need to make sure I'm ready. That keeps you from going over and over and over and back and forth and back and forth. If it's for a group, and then the person calling says, yes, whatever trip I pick will be the one that the group is going to take, then you can say, okay, same scenario, I'll give you 2 free options, and you let me know which one is the best for you guys. Will you guys be ready to book within 60 days? Because with the group, from the time you put it in the system, that initial deposit, you have 60 days. So if it's individuals, you can explain to them, hey, if you can get some friends to go with you, we can make this into a group, and we can give you a little bit longer to make your initial deposit. Deposit will be less. So try to work it up into a group. Say, do you have any friends that want to go with you? And if they're like, no, we don't want to be bothered with a whole bunch of other people, it's just me and my family, or me and whoever, then that's fine. Just make sure that they understand from the time that you give them the quote, they have 24 hours to, before the time you put the booking in, that you have 24 hours to make the initial deposits. So information I'm going to share with you today will tell you what those deposits are. This is another way to keep you from wasting time or on tire kickers. Because once you say, okay, well, if you're ready, you're going to need this amount within 24 hours. Then they'll be like, oh, well, I'm not quite ready. Okay, well, give me a call when you know that you're ready to make your deposits. So that will save you time. You won't waste any time searching for stuff. And then it was like, oh, I didn't know I had to pay that soon. You'll have some information to go with. And with the groups, I did say 60 days. All right, so I'm going to share my screen so you guys can see and take some notes on what other information you want. Of course, you're going to ask them how many people are in the group, what destination they'd like to go to. Do they have a particular port they would like to leave from? A lot of people like to leave from the closest port to their house. Sometimes the destinations that they're wanting to go to, there's no ships leaving from that area. So make sure you get all of that information up front. You don't want to, if they call you and say, well, I just want to go somewhere, I don't know where I want to go, try to get them to give you some definites. Ask the right questions like, okay, well, what do you want to do? So make sure you get some destinations that have the things that they like to do. That'll save you time as well. So anyway, let's share my screen. And we get all that good old funky stuff that pops up on the screen. And we're going to work from this page here. If someone can text me or message me on Facebook and let me know if you guys are able to see my screen, then we can get started on the information here. I'll give somebody a minute to let me know if you can see my screen. Let's see. Maddie, my girl. Yes, it's clear. Awesome. Wonderful. Okay, so the next things you want to do when you're talking to the person, you can let them know, okay, if they tell you how many days they want to cruise, which should be one of the questions that you're asking them, then you can tell them up front how much the deposits are. Now, yes, it's going to be a little bit different from groups, and I'll show you that in just a second. So you want to say they pick a 5-day cruise, then you can say within 24 hours for individuals on a 5-day cruise, you're going to need a deposit of $200 per person. Will you be able to do that within 24 hours? If they say no, of course, politely say, well, let me know when you're ready. Thank you, Barbara. All right. And if they say, oh, sure, no problem, we'll have our $200 per person once we receive the proposal, if we like it. So good. Wonderful. You give them their 2 free quotes and go from there. Individuals is $400. Final payment, and you let them know. If they're calling you and they say they want to go in February, then that's not going to give you 60 days. Unless it's February 29th or something. Say they want to go February 5th. It's already December 15th. You don't have at least 60 days, so you can go ahead and tell them up front, regardless of how many days they want to go, well, up to 5 days, that they're going to have to pay for their cruise in full. 6 or more, they have 75 days out. So this will narrow down your giving out information to people that are really not prepared to book. They're not ready to book. This little cheat sheet here can be found if you go on your GoCCL page and go to resources, go down to the Knowledge Center, booking procedures, deposit and final payment guide. And then you select it there. So hopefully that helps you guys, and it gives you up to 10 days or longer what the end of, and the deposit is for double, triple, or quad or quint. If it's a single person, you have the pricing here as well. I'll print this out and have it handy. I've pretty much got it in my head, but there are times I have a brain fart or whatever. So keep this handy, print it out. When they call you and they say, hey, me and my husband want to go on a 4-day cruise. Wonderful. Where would you like to go? Blah, blah, blah. Okay. If I send you some options that look good to you and they're what you're looking for, will you be ready to book within the next 24 hours? The deposit required for a 4-day cruise is $150 per person. If they hesitate, not sure, can't do it, well, give me a call back when you're ready. I'll be here to help you. Just that simple. Now, as I said, with groups, which is what we're working on, it's a little bit different. So I'm going to scroll down here so you guys can see the group option when I remember where it's at. Oh. All right. So you have 60 days with the group. Yes, it says $25, but as I've been teaching you guys, never, ever, ever accept $25 as an initial deposit. People don't mind throwing away $25. They do it all the time. So if they pay $25, that's nothing to them. 50 or higher, I would suggest 75 if it's a large group, but not less than 50 per person is the initial deposit. Now, same with the individuals. They cannot be booked into their cabin until they've paid full deposit. That initial $50 does not get them booked into their cabin. They've got to pay a full deposit, which that information is here. I'm sorry, one of my clients is, speaking of deposits, is trying to call me to pay. I'm sure that's what she's calling for. I'll call her back. But anyway, so same thing pretty much applies for individuals. You got your days here and the amounts that are required. So when you make that initial booking for a group, they've got 60 days that from the time you block that group space to pay that initial $50 or 75 or 100, whatever you decide, not 25. Then within another 30 to 45 days after that initial block, you've got to make the full deposit. And that is the same as it is for individual bookings. I hope I'm making sense. You can find it listed here. And then, of course, full deposits are due within 120 days of selling, 60 days prior to selling for individuals. And if you need me to go back up and show you that, I can. Gosh, did I go through that quick? Let me see. What else? Do you guys have any questions? If so, inbox me or send it on in our group while I'm looking really, really quick. I can't believe I made this short. But I guess I did. Any questions? Let me hop back over. Barbara saying, yes, she could hear me or see the screen. Look at that group of people there. Isn't that a nice looking group? Hopefully next time we'll have all 17 of you guys in the picture. I really enjoyed meeting all of you that I hadn't met in person before. I'm giving anybody have a question. Let me go back and I'll stop sharing my screen. Hello, I'm back. If you guys don't have any questions, I know this was short and sweet. I hope this was helpful information. I really wanted you guys, because like I said, I've been getting quite a few phone calls with questions, you know, oh, they're wanting this, or you give them the quotes and then you call me all upset because they're not ready to book, and you feel like you've wasted your time. So this information was to help you have some information up front to give them so that they understand what it is that you really do, that this is really a business. You're really not just a search engine, a free search engine. And to help them make a decision. Hey, yeah, we really are ready to book, or we might need a little more time. We didn't think this quite through, or we need to get our funds together, or whatever the case may be. This will save you guys some time. Hopefully it was helpful. You know where to find it in your back office. Go CCL for Carnival Cruises. All of the cruise lines have this information, so you can use it for any of them. Just go to their information and look up their booking procedures or deposits information. I did want to show you guys. Let me go back to sharing my screen real quick. The different options of forms of payments that you can accept. Payments and refunds. I think that's where you find it. Forms of payment. I know we all think it's only credit cards that we accept payments for cruises. With Carnival, you can accept Carnival gift cards, regular gift cards. You can do American Express, MasterCard, Visa, Discover, Diners Club. You can do those forms of payments online for the cruise, as well as shore excursions and spas. Debit cards, same thing. Personal checks. I would really not, it's acceptable. You just have to mail them in, and you have to wait. You have to make sure that they get mailed in 21 days ahead of time. Same thing with business checks, any type of check. You have to make sure it gets to Carnival in a timely manner to be received prior to the deposit date. So if that's the option that you need to take, just figure in the amount of days that you need to make sure it gets to Carnival on time. This is probably information you guys already know, but I wanted to show you where to find it. And if you are mailing checks, all of that information is here for normal first class mail, as well as overnight and 2-day priority. So that's it, guys. Nobody has sent me any messages or questions. So if you don't have anything, again, I hope this was helpful information, save you guys some time. You got your little cheat sheet so you can just get the questions, ask for the money up front. That's what we're all about, asking, letting them know, hey, you're running a business and we don't have time to waste. So thank you all for joining me. I look forward to chatting with you guys again soon. Uh-oh, Maddie. I text a question. I'm sorry. I have moved my phone. Let's see. Can you see what we are typing? No, I can't see what you're typing. It does have a chat box, but it's not activated. Since they went to YouTube instead of the regular Google Hangout, it doesn't offer you the option to type. Let me see. When you say 2 free, what do we charge if there's more than 2? We don't, but we're just trying to deter. Maddie's question was, when you say that you're offering them 2 free quotes, do we charge when there's more than 2? Technically, you can't charge them for a quote, but hopefully that will deter them from just saying, oh, well, how about this place? Oh, well, how about that place? Because I know we all get that. You give them what they've asked for initially, or you've tried to as best you can, but they still want you to keep looking for more and looking for more. So we don't charge them anything. We just say, Okay, well, I'll give you one more option, but let me know when you're ready to book and I'll look that option up for you. Let's see, something else popping up. Okay, did that answer your question? Let me see what oh, she's just reacting to my. Okay. All right. Thank you, Maddie. Hopefully that was helpful to someone else. Anybody else have a question? You're welcome, darling. She said yes, thanks. All righty. I'll give it another second. I don't want to miss anybody. If there is a question, it's probably easy to either inbox it or text it to me. I have my phone in my hand and I can, it'll pop up in the bottom of the screen if there's another question. Okay. Well, thank you all again for joining me tonight. Again, I hope this was some helpful information. And if you have any questions, you guys know how to reach me. And hopefully I'll see quite a few of you at the Oasis of the Sea ship inspection on Sunday. And that's it. Good night. The Travel Lady's out. Bye-bye.